and welcome back to another update. In this update, I'm going to talk about some of the things I am currently working on, some of the things I've done in the past couple days. First and foremost is the ship Cockpit UI is something that I'm working on. Work in progress. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible, but I definitely wanted it to be interactive. I also added the targeting line renderer there that shows the current target vector, and that'll also be used for the player to show them basically where to target or the best possible vector for hitting the target in the distance. Which is the same system that the AI pilot uses. You can see that the turrets or the weapons overheat over there on the UI. It turned red. I'll probably make a lot of changes to that before it's said and done, but I just want to get the UI in there and functional. One other thing you may notice is I also reworked the camera Gforce system. There were some issues with it before where it would kind of spin and lock in place a little bit and not smoothly rotate back to the center like it should. So I reworked that, and most of the time it should be a pretty mellow effect because I don't want to give the player motion sickness with too much movement. If there's a big impact on the ship, like a physics explosion nearby that causes the ship to roll, that's when you would see the biggest impact on the G-force system on the camera. But you do see it even on kind of mellow turns of the ship. And another big update that I did, which took quite a bit of work to do, which was implement a floating origin system. You can see, and I can switch to the camera, which also is floating, but you can see the mini map up here. You see up here the mini map? You can see the world shifting. I haven't implemented the floating origin position shift into the mini map icon positions yet, so you can see that when the world shift is occurring. And you can see I'm shifting at a magnitude of over 50 meters. So it's actually pretty smooth effect. No issues with the physics system or anything like that. But, you know, you do have to do things in a pretty specific way. You know, if any game developers out there working on a space game want to know that, is I do the origin shift and then I execute the physics update manually. So I'm controlling when the physics updates instead of letting Unity do that. And then particle renderers, line renderers such as missiles. Those are all in a custom transform simulation space. So I'm not actually looping through all the trail particles like you see on a lot of floating origin scripts. That's pretty much retarded. In my opinion, because you're going to have so many particles. I mean, if you were to try to loop through all those particles, you're definitely going to see a slowdown every time you have a world shift occur. So you need to have those in a custom simulation space so you don't have to loop through them. The only thing that actually is being shifted are the actual ships here. And then all the environment objects are parented to objects that are shifted. So that's why you get such a smooth effect from it. And then I'll go ahead and zoom out all the way to the planet Earth here. And as you can see, everything's still working just fine. I can go back to the ship. One thing that I haven't shifted yet is the chase cam. So every time there's a world shift, you're gonna see a little glitch on this chase cam because I haven't shifted that position of the chase cam yet. Still working on certain things. See, that's kind of an issue right there. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and add a auto aim system to forward firing weapons that will give them a 10 to 15 degree angle rotation. So basically right here, the AI shifts, as well as the player, I'll give that option to the player to use auto aim assist basically. It will help the AI be able to hit their target a little easier, especially with the geometry of where weapons are positioned on ships being different. It's difficult to get them to line up perfectly all the time because of that. Even though they do hit. I'm going to give you a chance to see the pathfinding system working around the asteroids here. Well, there was a little issue I just spotted. I don't think that has to do with the floating origin system though, and the world shift. What I think that is the near collision avoidance system, because it happened when it was actually colliding with an object when the world shifted. So at least I know where to look into that issue. So anyways, just a lot of work going on. Pretty complicated game to build. When I first started, I really didn't think it'd be quite so involved, but it is a lot of work. But I'm getting closer and closer to the goal. And right now the goal is to fly this ship, to have the UI fully functional, get the player flight controller done, and so many other things. I also need to add some more weapon types. I need to add rockets, and I need to add missiles to individual ships too. Because right now I just have missile turrets. Let's see if I can find any of the missile ships. They're all over here. Anyways, thanks for watching. Just wanted to give you that little update. Show you that I now have floating origins, so I can have much larger scenes without running into really bad precision issues. Oh, something definitely happened here. That's probably whenever I went inside the carrier. I don't have floating origin set up for the first person mode yet. So when I did that, it probably messed up the world shift a little bit. And so now the ship is way out here in no man's land. Anyway, we'll post another update soon. Everyone have a good day, and thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe if you like the project so far.